Hello everyone, welcome back to another trading session. This is my second session for today. I didn't record the first one. I basically forgot to push the record button, so I have another trading session for today. This is going to be my first trade. I already found my entry. I found my entry in the lower time frame, and this is the order block. I'll try to have at least 4 or 5 trades for today, because I already have a session. Okay, so this is a support area that the market previously respected to this zone for about 3 times, and then it broke right after this decision point area. It's also a fair value gap right here, and this is an order block, so this is a decision point which has fair value gap as well. So I'm waiting for this trade, waiting for this candle to go up, and then I will take a trade. Okay, this was the first entry right at the middle, which I will take when candle touches this area, and then another smaller entry in the 15-second. You see this one right inside of it. Let me just mark that one as well. Boom. There we go. I'm waiting for this price to go to these 2 zones, and then I will enter a trade. For now, I want to check other pairs to see if we have any other opportunities. Oh, we have a rejection market that can have some potential common point of rejection trades. Look at this. So many good common points of rejection. Let me just draw them very quickly. It's coming to my entry right now. Come on. This is a very good one. I have also this one as well. Okay, I'm taking this one first. And my main... Okay, I go through here. Let's go. My first entry is a loss. That was a trade based on FOMO. Yeah, so I'm taking this one. It's closing exactly on the common point of rejection. See how nice it is. And also, there's no gaps here, so I don't have any negative reason. We have that closed right on the common point of rejection. So this is going to be my third trade, let's say. Second trade, I'm sorry. Now, I want to go back here and wait for this one to come up. I would be like much more confident on this trade if we had other touches for this for this support area as well, because we only have one significant support area to be broken, which makes it a little bit risky, but again, I will take it. Okay, it closed as a winning trade. All right. We broke a couple of these are basically same as dojis, and we broke 2 of them. All right, we have another common point of rejection down here to take a trade on, but I have to really see if there's any other confirmation for us or not. Okay, I think it touched the entry. Let's go. Yeah, it touched the entry. I should have entered right here. See, I should have entered right here. So we took 1, 2, 3, 3 trades on this one. 1 trade right here, which was a losing trade. 2 trades for this one, and now this is another trade on the same pair based on common point of rejection. For trading common point of rejection, we need this kind of ranges first, And then we need the candles full of rejections, ups and downs. If you have a doji right at the middle of the range, your setups will have much higher winning ratio if you have a doji right inside. Okay, dojis and these kind of gap ups that create this kind of levels, these kind of gaps. I really forgot the name of it. I keep thinking about what was the name of this and I can't remember. Yeah. Anyways, I'm just going to move on to the next pair. I had a session and this morning, and it was pretty tough session. And once I explained every single trade, when I was taking the trades, I realized that I hadn't clicked the record button, and I informed that in the Telegram channel as well. It was pretty insane and so frustrating. So I just keep checking that if it's recording right now. All right. It didn't give us the entry for this setup. We have a QM down here. You see this QM pattern is so clean. Let me check the higher time frame and see if we can. Yes, if you detected the QM zone, just like this, and then after marking the QM zone, you have to go to the higher time frame to see if it's inside an engulf. See, this is the engulf. And after that, we go to lower time frame. Okay, it's stuck. Okay, interesting. All right. After marking the engulf, we have to go to lower time frame to see if we have an entry in lower time frame below the zone. Okay, this is the entry below the zone. I didn't have the chance to enter. Okay, I entered right now. I don't know if this is a problem with my connection or the website is having problems. Okay, this is a QM setup. QM setup usually have 70% winning ratio if everything is taken properly. So you cannot expect higher than 70 or 80% for any setup. We don't have any 100% winning ratio setup. So yeah, you just need to keep checking the confirmations and everything if you want to take it. And in the long run, you'll be in profit. Yeah, but we're going to lose this QM. It looks pretty clean. My entry is also below the zone, but it seems that we're going to lose this trade. And I know why we are losing this trade. I will explain that. Okay. So when it comes to QM, right? When it comes to QM, after marking the zone and finding the entry in the lower time frame, the candles movements is fine here. The candles will eventually move toward the entry, right? And once the candle touches the entry, we need to get into the trade. Once it's being touched, we do not wait for it to close here to take it. We do not wait for it to break this to take it. We enter when the candle is touching the zone. Okay? And we need to make sure this is on flag mode, and also the third part of it should be on 0. Now, in this situation down here, what was the mistake? What is the reason for this loss? If you look at this, this is my entry, right? If I go to lower time frame, you'll see the red zone. Yeah, this is the red zone, and this is the demand area. Okay? Now, if I go back to 1 minute, you'll see that the candle approaching this is this candle, right? Is this candle, and if I was entering exactly when the candle was touching it, oh, I'm sorry. If I was entering exactly when the candle was touching it, it would close slightly above, or at least it would give back the money, right? It would be a draw. But my trade was on this candle, and it was a losing trade because I didn't notice that this candle is already closed, and I took my trade when I was in the lower time frame. So it opened my trade on this candle, and that was the reason behind this loss. Okay, it could be a winning trade, but it was a losing trade, and that's fine for me. Now, I will keep looking I'll keep looking. Just a quick reminder, signing up for trading competition is started and you can sign up right now and it's free to join. There's free preparation course available for the participants. You can check the first link in the description for it. Okay, I'm gonna take this. Let's go. Alright, I'm expecting a red candle. Obviously this is a third touch breakout. And I have a very nice market sequence that I will show you. This is the market sequence, not having more than 4 red candles. Previously we had 3 consecutive, and then it became 4, and the maximum green candles here would be 4, and previously also for 2 times we have only 4 green candles. This is also 4 green candles, so, and this is the 3rd time. That makes it stronger, and plus we have this one, first touch, second touch, third touch breaking it. After after second touch we created lower low, so we have a proper third touch breakout as well, and having an inverted hammer here closing on a support area like this, this much of seller's pressure, it's sign of reversal. That's why I took this trade, and it was a winning trade. Now I'll keep looking for other opportunities. We have a demand area, but I don't really trust this. If a breakout was happening here and market was showing some strong push from this area previously, I would trust this. It seems that it worked, but I wouldn't take it. Oh, look at this one. We have multiple common point of rejection opportunities here. And then we have this order block here, which market reacted. Yeah, it's stuck again. Oh, man. Come on. I don't know if this is... Okay. I don't know if this is something with my internet. It's closing exactly on a doji, but I don't see any opportunity. This is a good decision point, by the way. All right. I missed a common point of rejection, but I wouldn't take this because it's kind of a risky. Okay. On the next one, if the next candle comes up, no, not like this. If this was green and the next candle would come up, then I would take it, but now it's just red. And most likely the next candle will be green because of market sequence like that. Let me just take it with 250 before it's late. Yeah, so this trade would be better if this candle was red, and I'm sorry, this candle was green, and then I would have my common point of rejection. The next candle would come up to this common point of rejection, then I would take it and it would be red. But now that this candle is also red, most likely this candle is going to be green, and this common point of rejection would be against the buyers, so it would be risky, and I wouldn't take it. This is major downtrend, so I go with, now my trade is against the trend as well, So that's why I'm taking with 250, which is a much smaller amount. Yeah, see? It may reject, but it doesn't guarantee that this is a good trade. It could go up like crazy, right? Especially because it already touched the order block that previously caused such a breakout. Okay. Now, yeah, I'm going to stop right here. Today, I took so many trades. I had 2 sessions today. And from now on, I will try to have more sessions during the day because I felt like I'm getting so distant with trading itself. And yeah, do not forget to join the Telegram channel. That's the first link in the description. And the trading competition will start on 26th June. Thank you for watching and peace out.